Well, here's the newest acquisition. This tractor came from roughly about 20 minutes away from the house, so it was a real local one. And I did get a couple of goodies with it. Didn't come with a black 42-inch deck. It was something I've never seen before in my life. Must have been a Friday. Guy was just looking to get out of the assembly line, looking to go home. That sticker, A, it's on crooked, and B, it's on 90 degrees from where it should be. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Paint-wise, it's still pretty nice. It has seen one repaint, but it is what it is. It did have a Craftsman, like LT1000s style, like snowblade that was cobbled to the front of the tractor. There's other words I'd like to use that are more colorful, but the guy that owned this tractor, I was a little confused in the story if it was his dad's tractor or if it was his buddy's dad's tractor or something that they bought new. Somehow this guy ended up with it, and well, he has a welder in the back of his van, and well, he liked to do dumb things with a welder, and so he welded all this garbage on the front of the tractor. He did offer me two 50-pound barbell weights that I could put on the front. That's why that pipe is on there. Passed on those because I don't need boat anchors laying around the house. The engine does smoke and it clatters. I hear the clattering a lot on the flywheel side, so I'm thinking the cam bearing on this side is likely shot. Fairly typical for an owning after 40 some years of use. The rear end of this thing is heavier than all heck, and I found out why. Measure tire air pressure with stem at top of tire. That means one thing. These rear tires, they're liquid filled. I have no clue if it's calcium chloride or antifreeze or what, but it's a heavy tractor. And yes, the sculpted orange carpet, that was optional that year, in 1973. They did do a later P-Series carb swap on it, and as you heard, the thing still runs like garbage. It pretty much runs in full choke all the time. On the bright side, it did come with a somewhat new battery, but why? Why not just get another bolt like that? Why? I don't know. And the dipstick, yeah, it's not a dipstick anymore. It's just like a, I don't know, plastic plug that's now stuck in there because it's had oil and it's swelled up. Yeah, some of the things that were done to this tractor, I'd really have to shake my head on, but honestly, for what I paid for this tractor, I didn't even pay for the hitch that's on the back of it, so I really couldn't argue. But with that being said, I was told it did have a tiller at one point and a snow cab, both of which got thrown away. So if you notice, it has the free-floating lift lengths. And in the truck, we have a box of other goodies, including the earlier version of the tiller lift links, a 3-point brace. This bolts onto the hitch plate of like my dad's 10.6. It goes on the back side of the hitch plate, and it supports the 3-point rods. There's a couple of snowblower arms in there, more 3-point stuff, PTO rod, a couple cedar brackets. I didn't even know there was a cedar there. Well, the guy didn't have it anymore, let's put it that way. I took whatever he had that was Sears related. But yeah, just figured I'd show you guys the progress on that. And on another note, this thing's really starting to shape up. Fuel system's all done on it now. It actually has an air cleaner assembly on it. Carb is back on it. Has a fuel tank in it. New fuel lines ran. The electrical system is, well, I haven't tested it yet to see if it works, but it's there and together. So theoretically, if I take the battery out of that 16 once I park it, put that battery in here, there's no reason that this thing should not turn over with the key, and if it had gas in it, it should run. I mean, I've already had the tractor driving. So I know the engine runs and the trans is good. The 30/20 power steering, that's done for now. I bypassed the rear PTO. I just looped the lines since I just don't have time to get some more hydraulic hoses made, and frankly I'm not really going to use the rear PTO on this tractor anyhow. The 69 orange hydro prototype is coming along. I have the engine bolted in it now. I had to do some messing around with some ignition components, and we now have a good ignition system on there. I have the head off of it right now because it's soaking in paint stripper, but we're making progress on this thing. Won't be too long and a lot of those other orange parts will be going on, and then I just need to give a coat of paint to the outside of the hood. The inside got painted. Just need to get the correct wheels and tires and a clutch pedal in this thing, put a seat on it and button it up. So that's really all I have for now. Oh, one other thing. Tires. I have new tires for the front of the 70 SS12, and this rim was actually okay. The other rim had a lot of rust by the lip. Like this lip was all rotted out, and yes, I did ding the bead trying to get these tires on. These are some really tough tires, but a vice grip will take care of that lip. So I had to weld this lip back up on the other rim, and I still have yet to grind it down today. I want to get that done today, then I can get that tire mounted and get these on the front of the 70. They look a lot better than what's currently on there. And I have rear tires on order. I have no idea if they're going to be here in time before portage, so I may have to borrow a set of ag tires off of another tractor, or have 5 ribs in the front and wide turf tires in the back. We'll see. But that's it for now, and gosh, next time you guys see a video from me, I might be loading up for portage.